In the previous video, I talked about an evolution simulator I was working on. To get yourself on the track, I highly recommend you to watch it. In this video, I'll analyze certain behaviors of bodies and why they live the way they live. Let's run a 20-minute long evolution and see what it looks like. As you can notice, bodies of all kinds generally have the same vision radius and speed. The perfect middle is possibly found for the reason that we have rains and droughts. And during rains, those two properties don't matter as much because the plants are pretty dense. But when there is a drought, sometimes it's needed to walk around until a plant falls into the vision radius. This combination of speed and vision radius is apparently perfect for both conditions, in terms of energy spans and effectiveness. One kind, instead of picking one set of skills and sticking to it, does the following. It splits itself into groups having different sets of skills. This is just quantity over quality. But you'll also notice that there is this one skill the bodies of all kinds have. When it's rainy, the bodies can afford having other skills too, but when it's not, they almost purposely keep that skill while ditching others to save energy. And this skill is typically either number 0 or number 5 or 8. Number 0 is so useful because when two bodies are born, they start chasing the same targets, and that makes only one of them actually eat it. So the second one eventually dies after running out of energy. That skill prevents it. And skills number 5 or 8 are generally helpful for fighting viruses. But skill number 0 is most of the time the bare minimum, and usually they also get skill number 6 to eat dead bodies of their types. That's pretty interesting. Now, if we go back to the beginning of the evolution, we'll notice that there are rectangles and circles. Rectangles are active, so when they don't see any food, they just start walking around searching for it. And circles are passive, so they just wait for it to spawn or fall into their vision radius. Well, there is not much to say, but circles simply don't survive. I doubt this is a flaw, because circles are apparently simply not supposed to survive. At the beginning, bodies get infected with viruses. And sometimes the viruses survive, and sometimes they don't. For my analysis, the bodies either get skill number 5 or 8, or don't, and just put up with the fact that part of the population is always infected. The overall pattern works like this. The bodies wait for a rain, get everything they need, and procreate. Then a drought comes, and they try to keep at least a certain amount of bodies of their kind alive to procreate during the next rain. What's also interesting is that each kind tries to occupy a chunk of the field instead of being spread all across it. While the first reason is logical, if a body procreates, its children won't go too far away before they procreate too. The second reason is that for a body to be far away from its relatives means that it's surrounded by bodies of other kinds ready to eat it. Moreover, if a body is surrounded by relatives and the relatives have skill number 0, nobody will steal plants from it. Or if a kind has skill number 6, they'll eat each other's crosses and always stay afloat.